Hello, juniors. I'm going to explain to you the assignment for daily writing number 1. This assignment must be uploaded to Canvas by 11:59 Tuesday, August 24th. So to begin, the very first step was you were to respond to one of the prompts that you see here on the screen. Pause the screen if you need to read it so that you can respond. If you are new to the class, choose one of these prompts. The original sentence, the original response only has to be 3 to 4 sentences. If you take more than 5 minutes to write the original, the first draft, you are spending too much time on the first draft. Again, choose one of the prompts if you have not completed it yet and respond in 5 minutes. After you have a first draft, so those 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 to 8 sentences that you have, that is your first draft. Next, it's time to mark it. So the whole goal is to add details. You're going to add details to transform your 3 to 4 sentences to 150 words. Well, how do you do that? You read your first draft. Where can you add more details? Make notes. Use your red or orange pencil and write directly on the first draft. If you typed the first draft, print it, and then mark with red or orange pencil places where you're going to add detail. I should see notes where you have words circled and underlined and notes. Add details here, tell more about grandma here, add details. So the first draft, the 3 to 4, 5, 6 sentences that you wrote should be marked completely with your red or orange pencil. Once you do that, you now know what details you intend to add. It's time to write your second draft. This is your clean copy. So you go from the marked with X's and notes and circles, underline, cross-outs on your first draft to now creating a clean second draft. Unlike the first draft that only had to be 4 to 6 sentences, this second draft must be 150 words. 150 words. So now that you have that, okay? So let's look at what you've completed. You've responded to the prompt in 3 or 4 sentences, no more than 5 minutes, just a quick write. Now you've marked that first draft, places where you're going to add it. How am I going to make this paper better? You ask yourself questions, focus in on nouns. If you said car, can you tell what type of car? Did you mention the place? Did you mention the time, the location? How can you enhance the writing? So take a look at your original and see where can you add more details. You now have the second draft, that's 150 words. That's your clean copy. And for the most part, other than marking, once you write your story with the clean copy, it's now almost ready for submission. Here is the required criteria. Pause the screen so you can take a closer look. You must show mastery of sentences, spelling, capitalization. Now, highlight all changes. So, whatever changes you incorporated from the first draft, you want to highlight those. I will say about highlighting, do not highlight your entire 150 words. If your 150 words are highlighted, that negates the purpose of highlighting. Highlighting should point out what needs to be highlighted. Only highlight areas in your paper where you added details. If you have written a completely different paper from your first draft, then you need to practice the marking for the first draft accordingly. I should see a marked first draft. Everyone has to have a marked first draft. Okay, so you must have 150 words. Circle the semicolon If you are typing, change the font of the semicolon to red. Underline the first four words of each sentence so that you can see, do I have any type of sentence variety? Change it to green. If you are typing, change the font to green. If you are handwriting, underline the first four words using green. No forbidden words. Remember, take a look at the bad word list. It should be in the reference section of your binder. And if you're in periods 2, 5, or 8, you must include a compound complex sentence, and you want to change the color of this to purple if you're typing. If you're handwriting, underline it with purple pen or pencil. All right, so the checklist for success. You now have a marked paper. Let's see. Is it 150 words? Did you write a thoughtful response? Do you show clear details? Have you written in complete sentences? Did you correctly use a semicolon? Is it marked appropriately according to the color code here, the red, the green, and if you're in periods 2, 5, 8, the purple? Did you avoid words on the bad word list? Okay, so you want to make sure you do that. If you've done all that, you've checked your sentences, you have your heading in the upper left, you have your first and last name, teacher's name, dash, class period, English 3, and the date. That's the upper left, standard MLA. You have a title, daily writing number 1, and your paper is ready to go. And remember, paragraphs are indented, so be sure to indent paragraphs. Finally, as it's ready to upload, this assignment is due 11:59 Tuesday, August 23rd. Upload your first draft with your markings and notes. There will be an assignment first draft in Canvas where I have to see that your first draft is marked before I read your second draft. And the second draft must be color coded appropriately. If it is not, you'll have a 0 holding until you fix it. Okay, so that explains what you're to do for the daily writing. And remember, if you aren't going to finish by 11:59, have a parent email in Tuesday, August 24th. Just noticed the date. Have a parent email me to request extra time. If you have a 504 or an IEP, you automatically have 24 hours extra built in. But if you need more time than that, just have a parent shoot me an email.